Good afternoon. I'm Charles Rahmat Woods. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. I'm accompanied by Derek Gasquet on the keyboards. Before our discussion, we'd like to play a number for you, an original number entitled 11:59. That's as in 1 minute before midnight. I wrote it for my grandmother some years ago, and we'll talk about it in a moment. Thank you very much. 11:59, 1 minute before the end of our day, 1 minute before the end of your day. I was fortunate enough to write this for my grandmother and play it for her over the phone. She was in New York at the time, and she liked it. And within a few weeks, she had unfortunately passed away. But it was a wonderful thing to be able to share this music with her. We'll always be heroes to our grandparents and our parents, and that's definitely a given. But the essence of what we're talking about today is the hero within and the development of the hero within. I originally was trained to be an engineer. I did quite well in the sciences and mathematics and physics all through school. In industrial Buffalo, where I grew up, there was a fantastic school system that prepared its students for the nature of industrial work and design. And I originally went to Syracuse University to pursue that end. But there was always music in my home. There was always 78 records of Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday. There was great music there. My parents were very musical, and I always played music. When I got to Syracuse University, I think what happened was a combination of two things: the assassination of Martin Luther King and the Vietnam War. These two events really brought a social consciousness into my world that made me start rethinking my participation in the military-industrial complex. So I examined what I love to do, what my passion was, and made a decision and did it. And I stepped into the world of jazz, influenced by many of the great musicians that I was fortunate enough to hear or meet. Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Roy Haynes, Herbie Mann, and the jazz world is such an oral tradition. These individuals really helped to help me to formulate a strategy for success. I was also a family man, and when I got married and had children, I couldn't hesitate to get a day job to support them. But I always considered myself a musician with a day job as opposed to someone that was playing for a hobby. all of us out here who are fortunate enough to be here today have had success in academia and other endeavors. We've been privileged to be around intellectual environments, and we all were inspired at some point. I like to think that it was during our childhoods. I know when I was real young, my mother used to tell me about an old movie from the 30s called The Shape of Things to Come with Raymond Massey, about a new world coming. And that was always a stimulation and inspiration to think that the music artistic life would be able to contribute to a new world coming. We'd like to do a number now entitled 1201, as in 1 minute after midnight, and that is considered our endeavor to bring in a new world coming.